FSMO roles are necessary to perform certain important operations and they are not redundant. As a result, it can be either desirable or necessary to move FSMO roles from one domain controller to another. Domain level roles can only be transferred to domain controllers in the same domain, but enterprise level roles can be transferred to any suitable domain controller in the forest. The ideal method of moving an FSMO role is to actively transfer them using either the management console, PowerShell, or ntdsutil.exe. During a manual transfer, the source domain controller will synchronize with the target domain controller before transferring the role. The account performing a schema master role must be a member of the schema admins and enterprise admins group. Membership in the enterprise admins group is necessary to transfer the domain naming master role. The PDCE, RID master, and infrastructure master roles can be transferred by an account with membership in the domain admins group of the domain where the roles are being transferred. Transferring FSMO roles. Management console. Transferring FSMO roles using the management console can require the use of up to 3 different snap-in modules. Transferring the schema master role. Transferring FSMO roles using the management console can require the use of up to 3 different snap-in modules. If this is not among the available management console snap-ins, it will need to be registered. To register the Active Directory Schema Management Console, open an elevated command prompt and type the below command and press enter. Once the DLL has been registered, run the management console as a user who is a member of the schema admins group and add the Active Directory Schema snap-in to the management console. Right-click the Active Directory Schema node and select Change Active Directory Domain Controller. Choose the domain controller that the Schema Master FSMO role will be transferred to and click the OK button to bind the Active Directory Schema snap-in to the target domain controller. A warning may appear explaining that the snap-in will not be able to make changes to the schema because it is not connected to the Schema Master. Right-click the Active Directory Schema node again and select Operations Master. Click the Change button to begin the transfer of the Schema Master role to the targeted domain controller. Transferring the domain naming master role. The domain naming master role can be transferred using the Active Directory domains and trusts management console snap-in. Run the management console as a user who is a member of the enterprise admins group and add the Active Directory domains and trusts snap-in to the management console. Right-click the Active Directory domains and trusts node and select Change Active Directory Domain Controller. Choose the domain controller that the domain naming master FSMO role will be transferred to and click the OK button to bind the Active Directory domains and trusts snap-in to the target domain controller. Right-click the Active Directory domains and trusts node again and select Operations Master. Click the Change button to begin the transfer of the domain naming master role to the targeted domain controller. Transferring the RID master, infrastructure master, or a PDC emulator roles. The RID master, infrastructure master, and PDC emulator roles can all be transferred using the Active Directory users and computers management console snap-in. Run the management console as a user who is a member of the domain admins group in the domain where the FSMO roles are being transferred, and add the Active Directory users and computers snap-in to the management console. Right-click either the domain node or the Active Directory users and computers node and select Change Active Directory Domain Controller. Choose the domain controller that the FSMO role will be transferred to and click OK button to bind the Active Directory users and computers snap-in to the targeted domain controller. Right-click the Active Directory users and computers node and click Operations Master. Select the appropriate tab and click the Change button to begin the transfer of the FSMO role to the targeted domain controller. Next videos, transferring FSMO role using PowerShell, seizing FSMO roles. Thank you for watching Tech Aarya. Like, share and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get the notifications. Thank you.